Hello everyone, my name is Blake Owens and today I will be going over my teacher e-portfolio. In my e-portfolio, I have four different tabs: the professional profile, learning differences, learning environments, and assessment. In my professional profile, I have the pre-professional profile, which includes the all about me. I am 20 years old and I am from Spire, Oklahoma. I recently graduated from Carl Albert State College with my associate's degree in history and political science. I'm now attending the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, where I major in history and social studies teacher licensure 7th through 12th. After I graduate, I plan on becoming a high school history teacher. I also have post-professional profile. This includes my philosophy of education. In my first paragraph of my philosophy, I discuss why I think education is important. I also mention how I want to be a positive male role model in my classroom and also provide my students with patience, positivity, and respect. In my second paragraph, I discuss the different teaching methods I will be using in the classroom. In the third paragraph, I discuss how I assess my students in their academic knowledge and also their group presentations. In my fourth paragraph, I describe how I will grow as a teacher, and I think it is important to stay updated on technology and learning different teaching strategies. In my fifth paragraph, I discuss how in my classroom all my students will be accepted and valued. I also include my resume in my professional profile. In the Learning Differences tab, I have three speech-to-text tools, which include Google Voice Search, Speech Notes, and Dragon Anywhere. These are helpful for students who learn more effectively their speech. In these apps, all they have to do is just use their voice, and then it'll display a message with that voice, and then they are able to read what they have said. I also have three text-to-speech tools. These are Google Text-to-Speech, Natural Reader, and Voice Dream Reader. The Google Text-to-Speech allows people to enter a written text in order to create a speech of that text. This app would be helpful for students in a classroom who are more of auditory learners. Both Natural Reader and Voice Dream Reader can uh, take a written text such as a book, article, or PDF file and read it out loud to the student using a computer-generated voice. And then I also have three additional assistive technology tools. The first one is YouTube closed captioning. This is a platform on YouTube that allows for viewers to read a text of the audio in a video. The next one is Spoken Tap to Talk AAC. This app is especially useful for students who are nonverbal. The student can type, tap, draw, or write what they want, and the app will say it for them. And then the last tool is Mind Map. The online tool helps students have a place to create mind mapping and online brainstorming. It lets students create branches, diagrams, or maps to organize information visually. In my Learning Environments tab, I have rules. The different rules I have are listen when others are speaking, be on time and prepare for class, raise your hand to speak, do your best on your work, and show respect to everyone. The classroom rules that I have created for my high school history class are clear and easy to understand. These rules help students to build good character and have good learning practices. The next one is procedures. I have included beginning of class procedures, technology procedures, turn in assignment procedures, and end of class procedures. These include beginning of class is walk in class quietly, go to your seat, sharpen your pencil, and get out your material. Technology procedures use Chromebooks only when instructed, stay on assigned websites or apps, and then turn in assignment procedures or turn in work at the end of class or next class day. Label all homework with your name, date, and class period. Digital work must be turned in before the deadline posted. And then end of class procedures is packet materials only when instructed. Make sure you make sure you clean your area. Stay in your seats until dismissed and walk out of the classroom quietly and respectfully. The next one is consequences. I have four different offensive. The first offense is a verbal warning and then also a talk with student. Second offense is detention/sentence writing. The third offense is contact parent or guardian. The fourth offense is office referral. And then the last is technology tools. I will use primarily three sites in my classroom: Google Classroom, which will help me assign work and be a platform for students to turn in their work for me to grade. The next one is Remind. Remind will be used to stay connected with the students' parents, and then I can also communicate with them for special events, projects, field trips, or information that is shared throughout in the class. And then the last one is Go Guardian. This will help me monitor the students' Chromebook activity. This will help me make sure that students are staying on task and correct in the correct activity for the day. The next tab is Assessment. In this tab, I have pre-assessment ideas. The first one is index cards. This is where students will write information that they know or answer a question prior to the instruction on index cards with their name. This will allow for me to know what they understand, and then I will be able to know what to teach in the class. The next pre-assessment idea is group discussion or brainstorming. Students will tell me what they know prior to introducing the information, and then I can write information that they know, both correct and incorrect statements on the board in a web or map style. And then I will be able to tell them if that answer is right or wrong. I have two different formative assessment ideas. The first one is Kahoot, and this is a computer program that students can answer quiz questions that the teacher creates. It's a fun way to check to see what students know about a topic. And then the next formative assessment idea is thumbs up, thumbs down. This is a quick way to assess students' understanding of a material. The teacher may ask of a question that involves two choices. Students can give their thumb to answer the question with thumbs up or down. And then the last is summative assessment ideas. The first summative assessment is presentations. I'll have my students do unit presentations that they can make a slideshow presentation or project that made that the student can discuss in class. By presenting what they have learned, the teacher will get a better understanding of what the student knows. And then the last summative assessment idea is final exam. This will be a traditional paper test covering all material that the student had learned through the unit. Different styles of questions could be used, such as multiple choice, true or false, fill in the blank, or short answer. The result of the test will tell the teacher what areas the students did well and what they did not do well in. So this is my teacher e-portfolio, and I hope that you like it. Thank you.